I was trending #1 on Twitter for like 4 days in a row. Not for good things. Like people were like, why is a YouTuber helping these blind people? They were coming at me. And I was just like, hey guys, I'm on the same page. But if I don't step in and help them, they're just gonna be blind. So like, I'm not gonna just not help them. Hey guys, I'm MrBeast. I'm gonna be reacting to content I filmed throughout my career. Let's have some fun. God. This is when I counted to 100,000, and this explainer here is because YouTube actually doesn't let you upload videos over 24 hours. So I had to basically condense the 40-hour version, because it took me 40 hours to count to 100,000, down to 24 hours. You might be wondering, why did I count to 100,000? Well, I was a teenager back then, trying to figure out, what's something dumb I could do that would get a lot of attention. I was watching a show called Naruto, which has 700 episodes, and I was like, this is such a waste of time, but I love this show. How could I make money or make content while watching the show? And I was like, what if I do something mundane as I watch hundreds of episodes of the show? I just hit record, and while I was watching Naruto, I counted to 100,000, and then when I uploaded it, the whole world was like, oh, look at this idiot, and it blew up.
I'm about to count to 100,000. You don't believe me? Just watch this video.
Is it weird that this is kind of making me tear up? I'm so young in this, it's like actually making me feel emotional. I don't even have facial hair. When my high school, they wouldn't let you grow facial hair. So I was like baby face back then. This is probably fresh out of high school, not making much money. No one's watching the videos. I've been making videos since I was 11, 7 years into it, desperate to make it on YouTube so I don't have to work at fast food or whatever. And in case you're curious, I did go to Harvard. That's a real Harvard shirt. Totally out of frame, doesn't say just kidding in small text below it.
Think of the pain I'm about to get. Screw it. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
oh my
13.
gosh. Fun fact, after I counted to 100,000, the weeks afterwards, I would just randomly start counting because I did it for 40 hours straight, and you get in such like a trance-like state that you start counting without thinking about counting. After like 20 or 30,000, you don't think about 30,105, then 30,106. It just kind of flies out of your mouth. I don't know how to explain it, but the problem is once you build that habit, when you stop the challenge, you keep going. And I would just randomly start counting for no reason. I even realized I was doing it the few days afterwards. It was a very weird time in my life. I assume we're not gonna watch all 24 hours. I might have to clear my schedule if that's the case.
994, 995, 996, 997.
So I do a lot of really extreme things. I've buried myself alive for a week. I've spent 7 days on a deserted island, 7 days of solitary confinement. I've walked a marathon in the largest pair of shoes in the world. And so what I've found is when you're trying to do something that is gonna be very hard, basically very miserable, you don't overthink it too much going into it. You just start. And then in my head, once I'm 20% done, I'm like, well, I hate this, but if I quit, then that 20% was for nothing. And then once you're halfway done, I have this saying I always tell myself, well, you already did it once, you just have to do it again. So it's possible, and it's all mental. And I love the saying that your mind will quit, days before your body will ever quit. And so I just tell myself that. And so around this part is where I'm like, I regret it. But the opportunity cost, I'm screwed. And I know that when I get to that point, I won't quit. And so that's kind of like the mind games you do when you do these hard challenges. Definitely did help set the tone for me doing, really crazy stuff like this at a younger age, because it helped refine my mental toughness. One thing I think about pretty frequently, I did a video where I didn't eat food for 2 weeks, literally nothing. I just drank water for 2 weeks. And it really puts things in perspective, because then I'll wake up starving one day, and I'm like, I didn't eat for 2 weeks and I was fine. So even though I'm really hungry, I did eat 10 hours ago, I'm fine. And in the case of this was really hard and miserable. And then, when I'm filming a long session for 6 or 7 hours, I just think, well, I went hard for 40 hours. This is nothing. And so I think it really helps with the mindset of doing hard things.
99,999. 100,000.
This is crazy.
What am I doing with my life?
I did that. That's real. Folks, this is before AI. That is real. This was so long ago. I honestly don't remember. It's all kind of a blur. It's not like you remember 99,556. It's just when you count to 100,000, you just remember saying 1, and then you'd fall asleep. That was kind of my only memory of it.
Hide me in 10 years. I'm going to schedule upload this video 10 years in the future. So you're going to see this in 2025. I wonder if you or me in 10 years remembers what grade I'm going to get on this history test that I take tomorrow.
So for context, like he just said, me in the past, when I was a teenager and I was supposed to be studying for history test, I got bored and I just whipped out a phone, recorded videos, and YouTube has this feature where you can set videos to automatically go public in the future. And usually people use it to schedule upload a video on a Saturday because they're gonna not be at their computer, so YouTube will just set it public. But what YouTube didn't realize is I'm weird, and I instead set it for a Saturday 10 years in the future, the video to go public. And so I tried to predict how many subscribers I'd have, what my life would be like. And at the time I had 8,000 subscribers. And then when it went public, I had 450 million subscribers. So it was pretty crazy. I have a lot scheduled for the future. I have like High Me in 62 years, High Me at 69 years old. I have ones for if I die, you know, that will go up on the channel. Just randomly in the future, the channel will just get little carpet bombs of like teenage me just popping up and scaring everyone.
Do you remember what you said in that video?
Oh, I have no idea what I said. I'm scared to watch it. Very scared. I do know in the video that goes up if I die, I talk about me being in a coffin. And I'm like, I'm in a coffin right now. And I just make jokes about me being in a coffin because I'm dead. And it's a video that's titled on the channel, like, don't upload unless I'm dead. And don't worry about it. Hopefully you guys never see those videos.
Dude, what if I'm dead? Dude, if I'm, ooh, that would be weird. That'd be so weird. Rip. That'd be really weird. But so let's see. Dude, if I don't have 1 million subscribers when you see this video, my entire life has been a failure.
Well, yeah, we ended up with way more than 1 million subscribers. When I filmed this video, you know, like the biggest YouTubers at the time probably had 10 million subscribers. It might have been like William Johnson or Smosh. And so like the thought of channels being the size I'm at now just would have been unfathomable, right? If like you could open a portal to teenage me and show him where I'm at now, he would be like, you're lying. Like that just doesn't even make sense. Numbers don't go that high. And so it was pretty crazy.
As of right now, I'm enjoying YouTube. Hopefully future me still enjoys it. And I don't know, I'd be crazy if I had some ridiculous amount of subscribers. At the time I'm recording this video, I have 8,000 subscribers and 1.8 million views.
8,726 subscribers, that is wild. Hey, if any of those 8,726 subscribers are watching this, shout out to you. All of you are freaking awesome. What's funny is those views you see right there, that is 6-7 years of grinding on YouTube. And then that's now, you know, if we upload a video, it probably gets that many views in like 5 minutes or 6 minutes. So it's kind of crazy that, because that is a lot, like 1.8 million times someone watched the video. Like that was absurd, especially for like a random nobody like me in a small town that, you know, didn't have social skills and didn't have any equipment, didn't have any money. Like the fact that I managed to get 1.8 million people watch my content back then was crazy. But yeah, to see where it turned into today, honestly, it doesn't even make sense. You know?
Hopefully you're still doing YouTube. Dude, what if I don't do YouTube when this goes public? That'd be weird. What if I'm dead when you see this? That'd be even weirder.
10 years from now, I hope I'm still making content. I hope I still am a YouTuber. I just really love creating. I love entertaining people, and YouTube is, you know, the most used platform in the world. 2.3 billion people use it a month right now, and nothing has ever brought me anywhere near as much joy as making content, telling a story, and just seeing people's reactions to it. It's so fun. I don't really talk about this stuff much, but in 2008, my parents were over leveraged, and so they literally did file for bankruptcy. It's not like we were like dirt poor, but we by no means were a wealthy family. So a big motivation for this Jimmy is that I wanted to be able to take care of my mom, and I wanted to be able to not be a burden on her, and I wanted to just help out because she had made so many sacrifices for me. And it's funny, when I got a brand deal one time for $40,000, you know, once things really started working out, I asked my mom, like, what do you think of this? And she literally just like laughed, and she's like, you do realize this is like my yearly salary? And I was like, oh shit. And then that's when I was like, well, come over here, work for me then. And my mom was one of the first people I hired too, so she didn't have to, you know, do jobs she didn't love. And money was a really big driving factor because I wanted to be able to take care of my mom back then.
I really am gonna be so different. Oh man. All right, well.
I was an idiot when I was 17, duh, like a lot of teenagers, and I had to do a lot of the stupid things I did. I had to try a bunch of different things. I had to build a bunch of different random companies. I had to make a bunch of bad videos to learn and grow into who I am now. And I think if I told younger me a lot of the things I know now, he might understand the principles, but not know the why behind it. And I don't think I would be as good of a content creator or a businessman as I am now. If I could talk to 17-year-old me, I don't know if I'd want to. Maybe I'd just say, buy Bitcoin, you know, maybe that. And then we just leave it there.
I recreated Willy Wonka's chocolate factory in real life. And one of these 10 people is gonna walk away with this chocolate factory. Yeah. In we go.
Wow.
So some context, those 10 people, we got golden mystery tickets from buying our chocolate bars. So we have a chocolate brand, Feastables. In this case, we brought 10 people who bought Feastables chocolate bars and got a mystery ticket down. So those are random people. This was a massive, massive, massive undertaking. Obviously, I have a chocolate brand. Why not put some tickets in the chocolate bars and bring people out? People always want to compete in our videos. It just felt so thematic and made such perfect sense. The hard part of this though is how do you actually build a chocolate factory? And like that chocolate river you see there, that's a real chocolate river.
Bye, Jimmy. Part the waterfall. I thought this was gonna stop. Oh no.
The day before we film, I'm just going to do one last checkup, one last tour, and there is no chocolate river. But the day before, there's a flowing chocolate river. And I like call everyone, I'm like, guys, there's like no river. And they're like, what do you mean? There is a chocolate river. I'm like, no, I'm like, it's literally just empty. Like, I don't know what to tell you, it's gone. Our theory, we still don't know, is that maybe just a small tear in the lining somewhere in the river, and then all the like liquid just kind of seep through it. And so underneath this factory somewhere, there's just a mountain of chocolate somewhere in the ground. I don't know, hopefully some insects ate it down there, but it was just one of the most bizarre things that's ever happened to me.
Our next challenge is on the side of the chocolate factory. I call it the candy wall of death. Sounds a lot scarier than it is. Yes, welcome.
Gosh.
Oh, what candy on the wall.
So tall.
If you look at me here, you'll see I look kind of tired and a little off. And so at the same time we were filming this video, I was filming a different video where I was attempting to not eat food for 30 days straight. And so I think this is like around day 10 of my fast. I had not had food in over a week. That was the worst part. I'm in a chocolate factory, a literal candy wonderland. And I can't eat, I literally just can't eat food. When you have extended fasts, your bowels clear out, and you have to be very careful about the first food you have after a long fast. I know way too much about long fasting. Like, let's say before you go on a 40-day fast, you eat like some chicken, then your bowels shut down to conserve energy, and like that chicken will literally sit in your intestines and rot, right? Whatever the last meal is. So you have to make sure your last meal before fast is like fruit and veggies and stuff like that. But if you break a fast like this with sugar and stuff, it can really destroy your intestines and things. So it was really high stakes for me being surrounded by candy while on an extreme fast.
Can you show us how to speed eat this?
Absolutely, yeah.
Hey, all you guys should take notes.
That's insane.
I feel like I'm gonna throw up just watching them.
It's kind of crazy to see the jumps from counting to 100,000 to full productions of this. And you know, when I made this chocolate factory and everything, this was like the pinnacle of my life. But now I look at it and I'm like, wow, like look at that set design. The piping in the background, we could have used better paint. You know, the vinyl for the logo probably could have looked better. Even this, like I know so much more, you know, because we built so many massive sets, like about set design and architecture. And so it's so funny to see my theories from 3 years ago now. I would have definitely designed this factory much better now.
What better person to decide which one of you wins a chocolate factory than, come on in, Gordon Ramsay. Turn around. Oh my God.
Oh, that's right, we had Gordon Ramsay in this video. Oh, I forgot.
How much chocolate are you gonna put in there?
I'm gonna keep the chocolate out of the funfetti cake. It's gonna come in at a later moment.
A later moment. We haven't got much time. We only got 45 minutes. Are you
A little stressed out right now.
Are you okay?
I'm good, I'm good.
He makes everything so much more intense. I love it.
I think I just DM'd him on Instagram. It's a lot easier now, but back then, when we were a little smaller, it wasn't as known to work with YouTubers. It wasn't as cool. Maybe not Gordon Ramsay, but just in general. I just knew like if I could talk to him on a phone, and then they'd be like, oh, this is cool, this is fun, and they're down. But like if you go through their PR people or their manager, they're always like weird and very skeptical about things and never like pitch it quite right. And so my strategy back then would always be, instead of like emailing them or whatever, I would just DM the famous person on Instagram and be like, yo, let's hop on a phone call. The second I talk to them and like, I'm like, yeah, it's a chill shoot. We're not trying to make you look bad. There's no gotchas. It's just like, come hang out, have fun. Everyone's always like, oh, that sounds awesome. But then you say that same thing to their managers and then it ends up turning into like a long drawn out process. I love when I get to co-host with people like Gordon Ramsay. These people who, you know, have been hosting shows longer than some of them I've been alive. it's always fascinating to see how they interact with contestants, and it's so much fun to like, film with them and learn from them.
He just won this chocolate factory.
It's all mine!
Will you sell me your chocolate factory for $500,000? Because if not, it's probably gonna cost you over 100 grand a year to maintain.
Never seen so much money in my life. Will you buy this off of me?
Yes.
For $500,000?
Of course, right here.
This is mine.
If you hand me this, you can put this money in your car.
I officially hand it to you.
Okay, well there you go.
There's a reason why a Willy Wonka chocolate factory doesn't exist in real life. The chocolate river has 1,000 flies around it. All the candy is going bad. The candy trees, everything is just slowly rotten and decaying. And in 2 weeks, that thing's gonna have quite literally maybe 500,000 flies. And so I have no problem with him taking over the building. Like that was purely an option. But you know, I'm not in the business of screwing people over. And like, you know, hey, here's a factory full of rotten and decaying things with a river that might just randomly disappear tomorrow and all these other problems that it's gonna cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to fix up before you could sell it. So that's why we offered him $500,000, just as like hey, I don't wanna burden you with this giant problem. If you just wanna take some cash, you can. Yeah, I mean, sometimes people choose the prize, sometimes people choose the cash because they don't wanna deal with it. And I just like, if you win, I try to do my best to make it where you're happy. You're not like, oh, this is a burden, you know?
In this video, we're curing 1,000 people's blindness. It's gonna be crazy.
Oh, yes. I love this video. This one's so fun.
200 million people see the world like this, but I just made it one less.
Oh. Wow.
That's real. Like that is her first time seeing after the surgery. We literally filmed as they were seeing for the first time, and that was her actual raw emotion, which is so freaking crazy, man.
Oh, I can see clear. I can jump for joy.
Yes, I can see your face, I can see your face, I can see your face.
Man, this is, oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm reliving these moments. This is a very special video. I don't think, in America, the most successful country to ever exist in the world, someone's only hope of seeing again should be a YouTuber helping them. I think I know that's a crazy sentence, but I think it's absolutely ridiculous that in this country, if I didn't help them, they're just, you know, screwed. Like, it makes no sense to me. So we do a lot of these videos where we step in and help people who, you know, just don't have the resources to pay for the procedures or surgeries they need. What happens if I don't step in? Nothing, just because they don't have money. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we have all the resources in the world, but our own people, we just let them get screwed. Like, it just, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me.
What's the first thing that you were excited to see?
My son, he's been my rock through all of this.
Before the operation, you mentioned the first thing you wanted to see was your son.
Seeing him, seeing his face, that's what I miss.
All right.
Oh my God, man.
There you go.
He was so excited to see his son's face clearly for the first time. And when I heard that, I was like, get his son here. Because I was like, you know how special it'd be if the first thing he sees is his son, because he hadn't seen his son's face clearly in years. This was such a heartwarming moment. It brings me joy to see that we were able to step in and help him, but it makes me a little frustrated about like the tens of thousands or 100,000 or whatever number of people that we aren't able to step in and help, especially in, you know, more developed countries.
Right. Yeah. Take your time, no pressure.
Everything looks so more clear.
Yeah. To make this day even more special, since you're about to graduate high school and go to college, we wanted to give you $50,000 to put towards college. We do these videos, some of the people we help, we take it one step further, like we paid for someone's college in this, someone else we gave him a car, which is kind of funny that I just cured a blind person and gave him a car. You know, when you're helping people and we're filming these videos, you know, sometimes find these edge cases of someone where $10,000 really goes a long way in changing their life, and we try to step up and help them as well. We're also going to other places around the world. Because unfortunately, nearly half the population with curable blindness doesn't have access to this surgery. So I wanted to provide this to as many people as possible.
We have a very global fan base. And so I like to try to, in my content, visit a lot of the countries that my audience is from, just so they can see themselves in the videos. And I think they find that cool. And I also just love traveling the world and visiting other cultures. And so I think after I upload this video, I was trending #1 on Twitter for like 4 days in a row. Not for good things. Like people were like, why is a YouTuber helping these blind people? Blah, blah, this is stupid. And like they were coming at me. And I was just like, hey guys, just so we know, I'm on the same page. But if I don't step in and help them, they're just gonna be blind. You know, I think a lot of people have resentment for the fact that you know, a YouTuber is the one fixing this thing, and they sometimes take that out on me, and I'm like, guys, I'm just helping people, and like go direct the anger to the actual problem, not me.
This is my friend Madge, and if he loses 100 pounds in the next year, I will give him $250,000. This is Madge's new home, and he will have his own personal gym, unlimited healthy food, and everything else he needs to lose 100 pounds.
Bro, this is actually crazy.
Is that not a crazy set? That's wild. That was just like grass, and then we ended up literally paving a circle, building a basketball court, building a gym on the right side, and then a actual fully functioning gym and house in the middle of that. I think that all in all, like this video right here, we spent like $4.3 million on. You know, we could have just put him like in an Airbnb, rent an Airbnb for 100 days and whatever, and put like a little bit of weights in it. But you know, we like to go big, and I think this is what made the best video possible. People I think are just kind of numb to it, and they're just like, oh, this is a cool video, and I don't think they realize all of the effort we go into sometimes to create these mini little utopias for the contestants to live in.
This is my home for the next year. This is actually insane. See that? It's my gym.
250K? That's the goal.
Anything you need to lose 100 pounds, you literally have it here.
This is the longest challenge we've done. This might be one of the longest challenges ever done.
There's a tasteful way to do this, and which is the correct way, and then there's the incorrect way, which is like, you know, my main message throughout this video was not fat is bad, right? Most of my life, I mean, some of these videos we even watch here, I was obese, overweight. What I wanted to more show through this video is that, you know, as he lost weight, like we were doing his blood and we're showing how he's healthier version of himself and he's just naturally gonna live longer, and focus more on that aspect of it and not fat is bad. It's more, hey, being a healthy version of yourself, you'll be happier, healthier, live longer, you'll be more athletic, you'll be able to, all these beautiful things that come from exercise and eating healthily. And then, yeah, as a side effect, you lose weight is kind of the objective we took with this video.
This is your personal trainer, Coach Wall.
You're about to get me shredded, huh?
Yes, sir.
About to lose this belly?
Yep.
Crazy. Oh, he's so large here too.
What was that like, jumping in that money?
Ah, your turn, coach.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to get out of here.
Hey, what up, man?
Yo, it's your boy, Coach. Who this?
I thought he'd probably just quit, you know, so I had no real expectations at the start.
I do have really unfortunate news. I hate to be the person to tell you this. Coach Wall was found dead in his apartment yesterday. No. No, man, no. No, don't lie to me, bro.
It's hard to watch.
Yeah, very sad.
I mean, we've never had something like this happen in our videos before, and I was out of town filming a different video. I think we were, I was like on a trail in Brazil or something for some other video, and I got the news, and I was just like, oh my God, you know, and I, at first, I was just like, I need to get on a plane there, but it took too long, and I felt like Madge really should know right away, and so that's why we sent our producer, Will, in. Almost out of loss for words. It was just like a very unexpected, crazy thing, and we instantly reached out to Coach Wall's family, and I was just like, I don't know what to do. And Madge, I was like, I don't know what to do. His family wanted us to keep going, and Madge didn't want to quit, and so I'm like, now, it's just like weird, because it's like, I feel like we shouldn't keep going, but you know, the two people that it affects are like, no, we want to keep doing it. And so if I do look at it objectively, I do think, you know, Coach Wall would want us to keep going and would want the video to go out. And I will say, like, Wall was, every time I saw him, he was always so happy, so excited to work out with Madge. I mean, it was to the point where he was so happy and nice all the time. He had that kind of energy where it's like, that's why I think that's why it hit Madge so hard and other people, because it's just like, definitely didn't deserve it. I don't know, it's just hard to relive it all. But yeah, the gist of when I talked with Madge was, yeah, he wanted to keep going, he wanted to inspire people, and he wanted to do it for Coach Wall. And he believed with his heart that Coach Wall would want him to keep going. His family believed the same, and so he kept going with the video.
Reveal the results!
take me from borderline crying to now smiling. What is this emotional roller coaster? You guys are like manipulating me right now. He looked really, really good. It was funny. I think he said coming up, he's about to say, I might find me a wife. I
might get married.
I might get married. Yeah, it's funny that that's the first thing he thought of. And so yeah, it was cool. He did it. He did the thing. Lost the weight.
On Survivor, we would tempt you down with a really nice juicy burger and fries.
I'm gonna pass.
That's a no. Ethan, this is a fresh burger made in our Survivor kitchen.
I don't like burgers.
Ian said no.
Give it to the losers so they feel a little better.
Fresh burger, some fries.
Who wants some?
I'll grab a fry.
So for this challenge, there's 4 people. They're competing for a $1.8 million island. They're hanging on, and in classic Survivor fashion, Jeff Probst offers them a burger if they turn down $1.8 million, which, shocker, they didn't.
People would usually take the burger bribe?
Yeah, right now, well, like if JC knew he was out, he might as well get the burger, but he's not he's playing for a $1.8 million island. It's gonna take more than that to get down.
True. Well, here, mind if I try a bribe?
Sure.
Carl, bring it on in!
Woo! No way, Carl.
Season 1, we had the most contestants in history, largest cash prize in history, largest sets in history. We're running back with season 2. When this drops, it just started airing, season 2 of Beast Games. We got 100 of the smartest people in the world to compete against 100 of the strongest people in the world for a $5 million grand prize. And for episode 4, Survivor's team built the sets that we're filming the challenge on. So the challenge you see here, the Survivor team built it, and we're using the Survivor camera crew. Like a true actual collab like this was freaking insane. I still can't even believe we did it.
50 grand if you get down in the next 10 seconds.
Ethan, you're good. Take it. Ethan, don't do it. Ethan, you're
3,
good. Ethan.
2,
Take it, Ethan. It's a good choice.
1.
This was a dream come true, being able to work with Jeff Probst, and you can tell, I mean, he's been hosting Survivor, I believe, longer than I've been alive. Crazy sentence. And so being able to co-host with him, I learned a lot about little things. Like, he does a phenomenal job of asking the right questions and pulling information out of you. I sometimes ask more, maybe like a leading question where I kind of know what they're gonna answer, whereas he asks way more open-ended stuff, and then he narrows down and asks more specific questions. Like the entire time I'm on Survivor Island, I'm just analyzing Jeff as he's hosting, and he's really good at it. Yeah, just his inclination, his tone, the way he kind of leads the conversation. I would say ultimately he's really good at pulling contestants' feelings out of them and getting them to say what they're feeling, which is a skill, in hosting. And I think he does a good job. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble. Hope you enjoyed.